We begin tonight with a big development in the ongoing controversy over the firing of former Spokane Health Officer Dr. Bob Lutz. The Washington State Board of Health just voted unanimously to move forward with a hearing to decide if Administrator Amelia Clark broke state law in the way Dr. Lutz was forced out.
KREM 2's Casey Decker has been following this story from the very start. He has the details on what this all means for Clark and for Lutz. Casey?
Well, Mark Whitney, the central question to all this, did Clark in fact remove Lutz as health officer without a public hearing and vote of the local board? If she did, that's potentially against state law, and it's the state board of health that will ultimately get to decide whether she broke the law, and if she did, what to do about it. Well, today, that board reviewed the findings of a preliminary investigation. The investigator told the board that, in fact, yes, the evidence suggests Clark removed Lutz from his position before a hearing could be held. Clark has since claimed Lutz was actually just put on administrative leave pending a hearing, and that hearing did take place and Lutz was voted out by the local board. But the investigator said Clark's claims about leave are not supported by the evidence. Tonight, the state board voted unanimously that there's enough here to go ahead with a formal hearing, though the reasons for wanting a hearing actually varied between members. Some wanted to give Clark a chance to respond, some wanted to get witnesses under oath, some just wanted a chance to get more information in general, and for others, the answers already seem pretty clear here. The hearing is just the legal and formal mechanism to decide what to do about it.
I think we had ample information that was provided that Ms. Clark was wrong. She did not follow the RCW, her role and responsibilities. That is her job as administrator. She should have known. And there's no denying that he was terminated on the 29th.
The board also voted unanimously to hire an administrative law judge to oversee this hearing. They won't be responsible for making any orders or final decisions, but rather just presiding to make sure everything goes smoothly and follows the proper protocols. At that hearing, the board could make any number of decisions about what to do about all this, including potentially removing Amelia Clark from her job. That's still a ways out, but certainly not great news for Clark tonight. Whitney, Mark?
Casey, you mentioned that it's still a ways out. Do we have any sense of how long this process could take?
Well, not really, Whitney. We do know, however, that the board hopes it'll be sooner rather than later. Several board members said they don't want to drag this out. It could be scheduled sometime in the next few months, but it could also maybe be as late as the fall.
Quick question, Casey. Isn't Dr. Lutz himself on the board? Isn't that a bit of a conflict of interest for him?
Well, yeah, Mark, he is on the board. However, he's completely recused from all of these meetings and discussions for obvious reasons. And actually, Washington State Health Secretary Dr. Umar Shah also recused himself tonight. He typically does sit on the board, but because after Lutz was fired, he began working under the State Department of Health and therefore under Dr. Shah. Shah was concerned that that could be perceived as a conflict of interest as well, so it was just the other 7 board members who made this unanimous decision tonight.